Today's video is about forgiveness. It's hard to forgive and to forget. So it takes one day at a time, not blaming yourself or blaming others or blaming things outside of you that you had no control over. Um, a lot of times when we're coming into our knowing, our understanding, and our own power, and all the things, all the little things that we used to fear, we kind of look at it now as a silly thing in life, those little fears. It takes a lot of courage to overcome what you used to blame yourself for. And it takes a lot of courage to forgive others for what they done to you or what you done unto others. I had a fair share of not always being the nice person to my peers, or I had a fair share of just like not trying to understand where they're coming from their place of point of view about life, about certain situations. And when we are young, we often don't want to tend to listen, but it's best to listen while you're young, and then when you're older and you're stuck in certain situations that you don't know how to get out of, how can you learn how to forgive yourself and forgive others? The best way to forgive yourself and forgive others is to backtrack on having pros and cons of what was illusion and what was uh, facts and what was fiction for you during the moment of trauma. Trauma is something we all cannot get rid of. Trauma doesn't just go away within the flash once you forgive yourself, once you forgive others, or once you understood why these events happened to you. Because those traumas led you up to a great purpose in life. It led you up to the moment of being honest with yourself, being truthful with yourself of what you want to see yourself in the next 20 years. Do you want to keep going down this path in the next 20 years? Or do you want to, you know, think outside the box? Sorry if my voice sounds a little worried or a little weary. Um, I was sitting here last night having, just crying, like releasing, letting go. Because I found like obituary of one of my close friends, and I put a lot of dark things in my past buried, hidden, and I blame myself for a lot of things that I had no control of because, I'm a spiritual gift. If I would have came into my spiritual gift, into my all-knowing, I would have saved somebody instead of just watching it, like, go waste behind closed doors or, like, not doing anything about it. So, my, my gift makes me feel guilty for even, like, having it. Like, last night I yelled at, like, the divine universe or God, if you believe in God, or whoever you believe in, or if you believe in self. Literally, I was just sitting there yelling at spirit, yelling at God, yelling at the universe. I was saying, you gave me this gift and you let these people do these things to me, and I could, like, save a bunch of people with my gifts. Like, I was selfish. I'm not gonna lie, like, I was very, very selfish with my gift because I didn't understand. I didn't understand me quite yet. I didn't understand me like the universe or the divine understood me. I couldn't come to in an agreement that what I have was real. What I was experiencing in my visions, seeing things when I know I could have just saved a couple people in my family, saved other people outside who I could consider a friend, and I could have helped them. I could have helped them, guide them, which I know, like back then when I was coming up into my gift and to knowing that I had something special about me. I tried, but then there was like a click. There was a very defined click that made me realize, like, I can't do this. I had an epiphany last night, and I told myself, I can't do this. I don't think I'm capable of enough or strong enough to teach somebody, like, what I know, or, or like, show them my pain, or show them my darkness, show them where I'm coming from without, it's not necessarily fearing judgment. I'm okay with criticism. I'm okay with people criticizing me because my peers criticizing me all the time, and it's something that I'm just used to. I had to work on releasing like this toxic trauma. Like it's very, and then, I'm sorry, y'all. Because like the reason why I'm crying is because like I realize every time I tell somebody about my pain, about a certain situation, I get laughed at, I get humiliated at. I don't look at it as a bad thing. I kind of look at it from both ends too, of why certain things is funny and certain things are not. But at the end of the day, we are all here to be seen and heard and wanting to be seen and heard and coming into all knowing of ourselves and not being afraid to show off what we know or show off our ability for what the divine has given us. I'm so sick of like certain people coming up here trying to push a hate agenda on newcomers who are coming into their all knowing. But I'm not one of those fake people who will come up here and tell you some bullshit just to get some money or just to get it back. I've really been silenced all my life. And this is a form of shadow work. This is a form of me coming up here every day to release and to show people that there is hope on the other side after trauma, after experiencing a long time of just not allowing yourself to do certain things in life. And I kind of, it's not like it's don't look at it as a regret. Sometimes look at it as a protection, because sometimes God or the divine being source is protecting you for a greater purpose in life. I always ask God, why are you still constantly shutting me out? Why are you still constantly like isolating me? I know the truth, but he goes like, or she goes like, me, or like my spirit goes like, you know, you really need to honestly be truthful with yourself and truthful with your peers. Don't, they said, don't worry about other people. Don't worry about your pain. Your pain will soon heal the more you talk and the more you come up here and say your truth. And because you will be the chain reaction for other people to actually come up here to help release some of that trauma inside of them. And y'all, it takes time. It takes really time. And a lot of people think, oh, they can just do something to you, and then they are like, oh, words and action don't really matter when it comes to you. But when you know you are chosen for a particular position in life, or you have a greater purpose in life, stick to it. Start opening it. Start accepting it. Start understanding why you have uh, that position in the first place. You never know what the outcome could be like. You might be scared that what others might think of you or how they might judge you, but that's just part of life. Criticism is part of life. Criticism is how we learn. Pain is how we grow. Truth is how we come to our knowing, and it starts to become a fulfillment. So this is like, I feel like this is like the mission that he kind of like puts me on, is to also, he don't want me to keep running from my enemies anymore. Like, like he just doesn't want to come, like he just doesn't want me to keep running. He doesn't want to keep you running anymore. He actually wants you to sit there and like try to figure out how can you solve your enemy problems while solving your problems, and then solving like things outside of your problem, because like there's a bigger picture than this. We're supposed to heal. You're supposed to help. We're supposed to help people ascend, and then the only way to ascend is realization. And when realization actually really hits you, it hits you like a bitch and it hurts. That's how you know you ascend. Don't beat yourself up when you are recognizing your reaction to your peers, or you recognizing your action to your enemy. A lot of times we tend to blame ourselves for our reaction. So don't blame yourself reaction, because God said you are the chain reaction. You are the spark to this movement. So he wants you to release that trauma and release those old bond souls from old soul ties and let go of what you used to know, to go into the all-knowing.